You ever catch yourself crying and listening to music? You start looking for different songs to make you cry even harder. I just caught myself doing that.
It's kind of what is it? I almost said lethargic. It's kind of cathartic. Sometimes crying just feels so good. Nobody is coming to save you. And maybe, just maybe, I don't know, maybe that's a good thing. If you're just waiting for something out of your control to happen to make your life better, maybe that thing is not meant to happen. Sometimes we think of power as this big, momentous, grand thing that's supposed to happen. Sometimes power is meant to be subtle. Sometimes power is just taking a small step that's going to make you align with a future version of yourself that you want to achieve someday. For example, my hair right now, it's clearly not done. These braids are more than old. They need to be taken out. But here's the thing about me. I don't know how to do my natural hair. I get it braided. And braids are my favorite protective style. But my braider, no shade to her, because I know, she's a busy woman. Shout out to Sabrina Carpenter. But, she ghosted me. I'm out here feeling like the ragdoll from Rugrats. Angelica's ragdoll. That's how I feel right now. In a way, it was kind of I felt like I was giving away some of my agency to my braider, because it was I was putting all the power in her hand. And then I was thinking I could learn how to do my own hair, but also, I'm kind of lazy. I know how to braid, but I don't know how to feed in the hair. Anyways, the point is that I found a new braider. Everybody was talking sense to me, if you want to get your hair braided, you're gonna have to go to a new braider. They were basically saying, if this person is being unreliable right now, do not rely on them. You need to go to somebody else. And I was like, but she's been my braider for so long, and she is super fast at braiding, and she's really cheap, and I don't want to go to a new braider because the braiders cost too much. And everyone was like, you can afford it. And also, my boyfriend made a good point. He was like, do you want cheap or do you want convenient? Because you can't get both in this situation. And I was like, cheap. But then she left me on red for 5 more days and didn't respond. And I was like, okay, I'll take convenient now. And so I finally made an appointment with a new braider, right? And immediately she accepted my appointment and was like, I will see you next week. And I was like, wait, I actually feel like I have agency now. I feel like I already have a bust down. I feel sexy again. And I'm not sexy yet, but I am going to be in a week. And that's what is making me feel better. I think one of the biggest things about power is that it lies in what you can control. I feel like when we're feeling super powerless or helpless, it's because we're focused on things that are out of our control, or we're focused on things that make us feel like we're lacking. Some people complain, we'll look at another person's life and be like, well, their life is so much better than mine. That's not fair. Life is not fair. Maybe it's not fair, but it's still your responsibility to take control of your life and figuring out what you can control in it. You can't control other people's emotions. You can't control how other people are going to perceive you, but you can control your actions. You can control waking up earlier. Maybe you can control getting out of bed. That is power. I've already talked about being unbothered and whatnot, but I watched this TikTok where this girl was we really need to get into an okay and mindset, and basically it was that person doesn't like you, okay, and that person thinks that you're ugly, okay, and she said something are they living the life that I want? Do they have the life that I want? No. So what does it matter? And even if they do have the life that you want, what makes you think that you also cannot have that life? Be sensible, be serious. Don't piss me off.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
They think that your dream is too difficult to achieve, okay, and that's why they're gonna live a small life and not go after their dreams, and then they're gonna be 40 or 50 and be like, you can't chase your dreams as an adult, you have to be sensible and whatnot, and woe is me, and I had a dream once, and okay, and that person left me on red. He ghosted me like my braider. My braider ghosted me. Okay, and get a new braider. That person's not treating you the way that she been treating you. Okay, and there's plenty of other people that will treat you way better. Your ex moved on and you're still grieving. Okay, and you're still growing. Nobody is coming to save you, and I think that's a good thing, because if you really think about it, There have been so many times in your life where you felt like you couldn't move on from something, or you felt like you weren't going to get past something, or you felt like you were never going to heal from something, and then you did. Time and time again, you do it. You do it each and every time, and it's like, holy shit, I did that. You pulled yourself out of the mud. And it's kind of like, I was thinking about this. I was like, it's a little bit like Tangled. Why do I say it's like Tangled? Maybe it's because my boyfriend and I fell asleep this morning at like 2 a.m. watching Tangled, and I fell asleep, and then I was like, analogy time. You have shown up for yourself time and time again. If you're asking yourself, or you're wondering, how do I take back my power? Even in times where like no one else noticed, or no one else was clapping for the achievement you made for yourself, an achievement is still an achievement. In actuality, Rapunzel was never trapped. She was scared. I mean, yes, she was trapped. She was kidnapped. She was trapped. But like, also she was afraid. She was afraid to leave. In reality, you are not trapped. You are scared. You're trapped in a fear, but you're not trapped. You're fearful. You're scared. Rapunzel could have left that tower at any time, but why did she leave? Because Flynn showed up, and he was like the nudge that she needed to finally leave. And I want this video to be the nudge for you. I want you to hear the words that I'm saying, and I hope that it nudges you or pushes you to finally take that step to like take your power back and do the things that you know deep down in your heart that you need to do in order to feel better, in order to get just one step closer to the person that you want to become. I think if anything, Flynn was holding up a mirror to her, like, you can do this, you can leave, you are strong, I'll be a guide for you. I mean, yeah, he was a little bit of an asshole at first, but that was kind of what he represented for her. Sometimes we mistake waiting for feeling powerless. Sometimes you're not powerless, you're just waiting. Sometimes you're not going to feel like your best. Sometimes you are going to feel like absolute dog shit. But the cool thing about you is that you're still going to show up for yourself every day. Time and time again, you're going to show up for yourself, you're going to be there for yourself, and you're going to take the baby steps that are necessary for you to evolve and grow. I think the whole point I'm trying to make is that you are not powerless. You're just focused on things that are let me not assume, but you're probably focused on things that are out of your control, or you're afraid, or you're distracted by something. Right? Am I close? Am I getting hot? Am I getting warmer? Power lies in the decision that you make for yourself. Like for me with the braider. If I had chose to stay stuck in a situation that was causing me anxiety, that was making me wonder every single day, like, oh, am I gonna get my hair done? Am I gonna get my hair done? And I stayed stuck with a braider who was unreliable, then that would have been me choosing powerlessness, because I had the option to go a different route that would have been more beneficial for me. And that's what I chose to do. Does that make sense? You know the scene in Tangled where like she goes all the way down with her hair in the tower, and then she's like scared to touch the grass? Instead of touching the grass and like laying and sprawling down in the grass and frolicking in the field, what if instead she like got too scared to touch the grass, and then she went back up in the tower and was like, just go, Flynn, just leave. And then she stayed there forever and never found out that she was a princess, and never met her real parents, and never married Flynn Rider. What if she had chosen powerlessness? So leave that tower, bitch, and choose power. Decide power. Choose agency. I'm spitting everywhere. It's disgusting. You feel powerless when you stay stuck in situations that are out of your control, but you feel powerful when you finally start making decisions for yourself that align with the version of yourself that you want to become, even if that's just a small like baby step, even if that just means waking up a little bit earlier in the morning and getting out of bed and brushing your teeth first, or instead of doom scrolling on your phone, you're like, actually, I'm gonna try to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. And I'm not gonna be on TikTok for 5 hours today. Power is choosing better. Put that on a slogan. I want you to just take one small step towards something that brings you power, a decision that brings you power. Like maybe it's unfollowing that person that makes you feel like shit, or maybe it's taking a walk, maybe it's journaling, maybe it's painting your nails. Sorry, I just painted my nails. I wanted to show you. Aren't they so cutie? So cute for the summer, yeah? Whatever it is that you decide to do that makes you feel like, I did that. Just know you did that. And that's all that counts. That's all that matters, is you did that. And I hope that you felt a little bit powerful and better about yourself after you did that. Because bitch, you did that. Imagine you get broken up with and they're like, I just think you could do better than me. I just think you deserve better than me. Okay, and go prove them right. Somebody tells you, I just think you're too much to handle. I just think you're too much. Okay, and go find less. And also, just your friendly reminder that you do not need to be liked by everybody. Once you start feeling like you need to please everyone, that is you giving away your power. The only person that you should really be focused on pleasing is God and yourself. Yeah, that's it. That's it and that's all. And my camera's about to die from heat exhaustion, so I'm gonna go now. But thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, prove it by giving it a thumbs up. And happy Father's Day. I'm recording this on Father's Day.
Alright, $4.90 for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Be nice to your service workers. Be nice to them. They're just trying their best.